the feeling of excellence in salat. How do we achieve excellence in our prayer? Very simple. When the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was asked, what is ihsan? He said, ihsan is 2 levels. One is to worship Allah as though you can see Him. As though you can see Him. Allahu Akbar. The second level of ihsan is, if you cannot see Him, and you cannot have this feeling of seeing Allah with your heart, then the second level of ihsan is to know and be certain that Allah can see you. And the one who worships Allah on the basis that Allah can see him, such a person worships Allah out of fear of Allah. When you pray, you're in a real meeting with Allah. This is why you cannot sit down during the prayer. You cannot talk in a salat because you're seeing Allah with your heart. You're in a real meeting with Allah. This is why we're not allowed to sit in our salat for no reason. Your salat is invalid if you sat. You're not allowed to look left and right because Allah is in front of you. We're not allowed to eat and drink. You're not allowed to look up. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam warned that people should not look up, otherwise Allah will take their sight. Why? Because you're not respecting the fact that Allah is in front of you. If someone spoke to you, you cannot answer him. You cannot spit in front of you. That is a hadith. فَلَا يَبْسُقَنَّ تِلْقَاءَ وَجْهِهِ. Do not spit in front of you. And if you have to spit, if there's film, then to your left, or in your clothing, and just take it away in this manner because Allah is in front of you. You cannot look left and right. لأن الحديث النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said, Allah commanded you to pray. When you pray, do not look around left and right. That Allah Azza wa Jal faces His servant when the servant prays. So long as the servant does not turn left and right. If you turn left and right, Allah Azza wa Jal turns away from you. Allahu Akbar. Why? Why all of this? Why all of these restrictions in a salat? Allah is helping us realize the fact that we are in a conversation with Allah. Add to this, and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said in the hadith, even when you want to yawn, and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if one of you wants to yawn and he's in salat, then suppress it as much as you can. Stop yawning in a salat. فإن الشيطان يدخل, because the shaitan would enter. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, why stop your yawning when it's a natural thing? That because you are standing before Allah and it is rude. For Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, suppress this yawning as best as you can. That's why I'm telling you, mashhadul ihsan, the feeling of excellence. You will only reach this when you actually believe it, that you can see Allah with your heart and acknowledge that Allah is seeing you and that you're in a real meeting with Allah. You are talking to Allah, and guess what? Allah is responding. Hadith Qudsi. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He said, whenever the servant says, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Allah responds to the servant and says, Hamidani Abdi, my servant has praised me. Then you say, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Allah would say, Athna alayya Abdi, my servant has overpraised me. Maliki Yawmiddin. Allah would say, Majjadani Abdi, my servant has exalted me. Allahu Akbar. Allah talks back and responds. The only thing is we cannot hear it, but we can see it, remember, in our hearts, and we can feel it. Subhanallah. This is Mashhadul Ihsan.